Hello and welcome. Today we're going to explore something really beautiful. It's this idea, this allegory of how our own lives are a lot like the life of a tree. It's like nature is quietly telling us a story, and it's full of wisdom. So let's dive in. I mean, really think about it for a moment. Have you ever just stopped and noticed that? How a human life is so much like a tree's? From that tiny little push through the dirt all the way up to being this towering presence. Every single stage seems to reflect the phases we go through. It's this incredible parallel, and we're going to unpack it together.
All right, so where does every journey start? Well, for both us and for a tree, it all begins in the exact same way, with something small, something that looks almost insignificant, a seed, just packed with all this hidden potential.
Yeah, look at this. It really captures those parallel beginnings so well, doesn't it? You've got the seed on one side. It's silent, it's still. It honestly doesn't look like much. And then you have a newborn, just completely vulnerable. But here's the magic, right? Inside that tiny seed is the entire blueprint for a massive oak tree. And inside that child, all the dreams, all the talents that haven't even had a chance to unfold yet. And what do they both need to thrive? The exact same things: protection, warmth, and just gentle, nurturing care. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? This shared starting line. It's a beginning that isn't defined by what's there right now, but by everything that could be. It's just pure, unwritten potential, kind of waiting for the right moment, the right conditions to finally emerge. And when those conditions are just right, well, that's when the magic happens. The seed gets the nourishment it needs, it literally breaks open its own shell, and then it starts to push. It has to fight its way through all that darkness, all that resistance, but it instinctively reaches for the light. I mean, how much is that like a child's first explorations? Learning to crawl, then to walk, just venturing out into this huge unknown world, and it's all driven by this pure, unstoppable curiosity. It really just boils down to this simple, powerful truth. It doesn't matter if it's a fragile little sprout or a curious kid. The most fundamental instinct is exactly the same: to grow, to reach, to become. Okay, so let's move on to the next phase. This is where all that initial growth really gets tested. And we'll see that challenges, well, they're not just obstacles in our way. They're the very things that end up shaping our character and building our strength. Think about it. As that little sprout gets bigger, it becomes a young tree, and it has to fight for its place in the world. It's battling harsh winds, it's competing for sunlight and water. It's such a perfect mirror for our own teenage years and early adulthood, right? We're dealing with all this pressure to fit in, we're navigating competition in school or work, we're going through our own emotional storms. We bend, and yeah, sometimes it feels like we might just break, but we keep reaching for our own version of sunlight, for our dreams, for our goals. And you know what? That's the most important thing to take away from all that struggle. Every single storm we get through, every challenge we overcome, it forces us to dig our roots just a little bit deeper. That's literally how we build resilience. It's how we gain the wisdom that will carry with us for the rest of our lives. And all of that strength building, it leads us to this really beautiful shift in the journey. After spending so much time just focusing on our own growth, our own survival, we get to a point, a stage of maturity, where our purpose starts to expand. It becomes about supporting and giving to others. Think about a mature tree. It's not just a survivor anymore, is it? It's a provider. Its branches are strong enough to hold a bird's nest. Its leaves create this amazing cooling shade for everything underneath. It gives fruit or flowers. It becomes this central, life-giving hub in its little corner of the world. And, we do the exact same thing. As we get older, as we mature, maybe we build a career or start a family or just take on more responsibility. We become the ones offering a shoulder to lean on. We contribute to our communities. We share all the wisdom we've picked up along the way. We become that source of strength for other people. This right here, this is the heart of what it means to be mature. It's this massive shift from a life that's all about taking and growing for yourself to a life that's defined by what you give. Our real value, when you get right down to it, is measured in the shelter, the nourishment, the support we give to the world around us. And so finally, we get to the later stages of this journey. This is where we really start to learn about the natural cycles of life, and we begin to understand the impact, the legacy that we're going to leave behind. Just like a tree, our lives move in seasons. We all have our springs, times of new beginnings, and our summers, full of vibrant growth and strength. But then we also have our autumns, which are all about shedding things, letting go of what doesn't serve us anymore. And then our winters, those times for quiet, for stillness, and for rest. And what the tree teaches us is that this cycle isn't the end. It's actually a super important part of renewal.
So what's the one thing that remains through all of those seasons? Well, it's our legacy. And legacy isn't about big monuments or being famous. It's so much quieter than that. It's about the roots we've put down and the little seeds of our influence that we leave behind for the future. When a tree's physical life is over, its impact is still there. It makes the soil richer, its seeds sprout and create new life. Our own legacy, it's so much like that. It's not in stuff, it's in the memories we helped create, the kindness we passed along, the knowledge we shared. It's in that unseen but totally real positive impact we have on the people around us. So I just want to leave you with one final thought. The next time you're out walking and you pass a tree, it doesn't matter if it's a tiny little sapling or some ancient towering giant, just take a second, really look at it, and try to remember this connection we've been talking about. Just remember that your own journey, with all of its struggles, all of its seasons, it's following that same beautiful, natural blueprint. You are also growing in your own time, in your own way, quietly, beautifully, and so, so powerfully. Just like it.